Hey there, Upstate. This is Mike Coates with Keller Williams Greenville Central. Want to come to you today with my predictions for the real estate market in Upstate South Carolina for 2024. Buckle up because this is going to be a wild ride. I'm going to give this short and skinny real quick here. So here's our prediction. The market is going to take off like a rocket sometime into February, beginning of March. Okay, we are likely to see strong buyer demand and not enough inventory to meet that demand. Now, we're not thinking anything like 2020, 2021, but significantly more demand than we're seeing right now. This is going to lead to multiple offers on properties, increased competition, prices are likely to go up because of that. Always happens when you have more buyers. Now, you still have a window of opportunity between now and sort of the end of February. We still have this window where both buyers and sellers have fairly equal negotiating power. So if you are looking at a lower price point where there are a ton of other buyers, or if you have a sales contingency that you need to sell your property in order to be able to buy another one, you might be much better off trying to do that right now before the market picks up. Now, if you have a house to sell, but you don't need to buy another home, so maybe this is a second residence or an investment property, in that case, you might be better off waiting to sell until spring when that demand increases. You're likely to get a much better price for the property. On the flip side of that, if you have a house to sell, but you need to sell it in order to be able to buy another house, so you're going to have a sales contingency, you're probably better off buying right now before that demand increases. Now, we are thinking that it is not likely that interest rates are going to come down much below 6% throughout the entirety of the year, maybe upper fives. Most likely scenario is that the Feds are going to drop rates probably 2 to 3 times throughout the year at only about 1/4 of a point per drop. So thinking throughout the entirety of the year, maybe somewhere between 1/2 and 3/4 of a point total drop. So if you're waiting for interest rates to come down, you're probably putting yourself in a bad position because there's so many other people that are waiting for that to happen as well. Much better to buy right now while you've still got some negotiating power. If you wait until spring, you're going to be competing with a lot of people. So what's my reasoning for this? Well, as realtors, we look at both leading and lagging indicators to help see where the market was and where we believe that the market is headed. There is no crystal ball, but we can look at the data, we can talk to the experts, we can put together the best prediction that we have as to where we think the market's going to go. Throughout 2023, both leading and lagging indicators for our area showed that the market was down about 10%. Really 9-10% in that range, and it stayed pretty steady throughout. Now, what we've been seeing is that those numbers have been changing. So our lagging indicator, which is closed sales, those are houses that have already sold, it's still in that 9% range. But our leading indicator, which is pending sales, or houses that are about to sell, about to close, that leading indicator is starting to come down. So it was we were down 10%, now we're only down 6%. What does that mean? It means that the market is picking up. We are seeing more sales. Now, during this time in 2023, when both leading and lagging indicators were down 10%, we still saw prices in our area rise by 4%, which tells us that the demand was still there. We just weren't seeing as many sales. Well, we're thinking that that's going to change right around springtime of this year. Demand is going to start to rise significantly. This is just my prediction. It's just my thoughts. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Thanks so much and make it a great day, Greenville.